I am Chef Leisha Barnett of Barnett Community Wellness, and I create experiences with food for Black people and poor people, for everyone. My entire life has prepared me for the work that I do today. Oakland Girl Spice was my first spice blend that I created, and it really came out of a place where people would always ask me, what do you put in your greens? What do you put in your beans? What do you put on this and that? And I was like, it was pretty much the same thing. So I went into the kitchen and started mixing, and then I didn't like that. So I went to Old Town Spice Company and smelled all of the spices they had in there and tasted them and was like, that. And that's how I came up with Oakland Girl, because I wanted it to be not just representative of me, but also like that blend specifically comes from an Oakland spice company. So it embodies me completely, like the city where I'm from, where it's manufactured, all the different flavors involved in it. And it transforms. For me, it transforms so many different dishes. It should be your favorite seasoned salt. Like, get rid of the other stuff and use this instead. It's low sodium, and the salt that I put in there is a smoked salt, and it was very specific so that I could keep the mindfulness of those who were looking to reduce their salt intake to still be able to have something that was flavorful. BB's Healing Garden Blend is in honor of my grandmothers. Like, that blend came to me in a dream. I woke up and knew what I needed to put into the blend, and BB stands for Betty and Beulah. Those are my grandmothers. That is where my heart lies. My grandmothers took care of me. When I think of them, I think of healing, and that's why I created that blend. And that one is perfect for like your chicken noodle soup and anything that's just bringing comfort to you. That's what came to mind with BB's. I created the aprons because I thought they were fun and they reminded me of my grandmothers. You know, I just remember my grandmothers always wearing the aprons around the house. And one of my grandmothers, there were a garden and chickens and everything in the backyard. And she always had her apron on. And it was like, she's ready for work, down to business. You know, you knew something good was gonna happen when she had that apron on. And as somebody who really values culture and family and everything, I thought, what better way than to introduce aprons to people in the kitchen again, you know, so that you put that apron on and you're going to work. You're about to create some real good food. I teach classes that are about nutrition, wellness, wholeness, food preservation, mixing flavors, all because I noticed that people would often come to me at different times and ask questions about, how do I flavor this? How do I cook this? How do I do these things in a more mindful way? In a way that they're like concerned about their health, their children, their families, but they still want food to taste good. So the classes were a part of that exploration into, again, the culmination of all the things I have done in my life. So all the cookbooks, all of the college courses, all of the time spent in commercial kitchens, everything that I learned, the tips and the tricks, like, this is what you do at home. I wanted to empower people because I feel like a lot of people have the heart and the mind to want to do, but they don't have the tools. So everything I do is all about giving you a tool out of my toolbox. My professional preparation was rough. It was so hard. As a Black woman in the culinary industry and going from kitchen to kitchen and also being a mom, every time I had a baby, I was put back to the prep kitchen. It didn't matter how much time and effort and energy I put into my work, I was always seen as a liability instead of an asset. I was put on salads, on soups, on stews, and when I did get on the line was brutal. The line was brutal. It was literally like they just expected me to fail. They expected me to fail at every single turn, and I never did. I kept going because that sound of that ticket machine humming and going, that's the reason why I say, like, this is my life's work, this is what I do. Cooking is in my heart because I had dreams about flipping eggs. I had dreams about how many egg orders I had to make in my career. Hearing that ticket machine, it's like that phantom baby cry when you're a mom and you're in the shower and you think you hear the baby, but it's not the baby. Like, I had that with my kids, but I also had that with that ticket machine because there's something about that ticket machine that just keeps going and going and going. And you're in the weeds and you're sweating and you're asking people to bring you water and you still turn out meal after meal after meal and nothing's coming back. Everybody's happy. That's that on the inside, you know you did it. You know you did it. Culture and food are connected to everything that we do. And it doesn't matter where you're from, who your people are from, or anything. Again, food is more than just nourishment. So culture is religion. Culture is who your parents are, your grandparents are, your ancestors, everybody. So when you talk about food and celebrations and everything, it's all wrapped up into one. The reason why it's so important for me to continue to remind people to honor culture in what they eat, how they celebrate, is because so many people have been told that that was wrong, that is unhealthy, and that in order to be healthy and well and all these other things, they have to assimilate to a culture that is not theirs. So it's time for people to reclaim their own culture, to celebrate it, and to know the truth behind the celebration food versus the everyday food, and understand that there's a place for everything and that we can be well and whole while honoring that.